What factors should we consider when looking for someone to integrate QQ Catalyst with QuickBooks Online? So first of all, I'm going to say, before this call, I never heard of QQ Catalyst before. And if anyone is listening to this live, if anyone is watching this after the fact, if you are an expert in QQ Catalyst, I know someone who's looking for an expert in QQ Catalyst. That being said, I'm still able to give advice regarding what you should look for when integrating a third-party system with QuickBooks Online, as well as what to look for when looking for a consultant who can help you with that. So first of all, on the consultant side, you want to keep in mind that there are two skill sets in play here. A skill set with QQ Catalyst, which for anybody who wants to know is a program specific to the insurance industry that insurance brokers can use to track not only transactions, but the entirety of the relationship between the insured, the insurance company, and the broker. And apparently it integrates with QuickBooks Online to whatever extent. So there's a QQ Catalyst skill set that you need to look for. There's also a QuickBooks Online and accounting skill set that you need to look for. And bear in mind that it's hard enough to find someone who's a real expert, real expert in anything. If you double the skill set requirement and say, I need to find someone who's an expert both in QQ Catalyst and QuickBooks Online and integrating them, you're making your job harder. Now, that is the best case scenario, right? It's simpler, you can have a business relationship with that one expert, and they've probably been there and done that. So go for gold, find someone with both skill sets. Just be aware that the mountain that you set yourself to climb is going to be steeper, windier, and icier. How's that for a metaphor? Than other scenarios in which you have, let's say, a QQ Catalyst consultant, a QuickBooks Online consultant who's accustomed to integrating lots of third-party apps and have them work and play well together. That might be easier to find, so consider it. Now, regarding the factors of what to consider when integrating, the first thing you want to consider is what are your requirements? And be absolutely clear with anybody who's supporting you what requirements you have and what end result you need. Because a lot of people who are experts, and I say this as one of them, a lot of people who are experts in something really geek, like super geek techie, do we have any of those on the call, right? Like fellow super geek techie experts in something? We tend to focus on our expertise and really focus on those details. Sometimes we can make ourselves really busy on things that don't matter because we've lost sight of the end result that the client needs. I can provide a fandangledy-tastic macro to save you boatloads of time on XYZ, but you know what? If you needed to have boatloads of time saved with PDQ, my XYZ macro isn't going to do babkas for you. So you have to stay focused on the end result. With that in mind, what requirements do you have? What information do you need to come over from QQ Catalyst to QuickBooks Online? What information do you need and why? What information do you need to come over from QuickBooks Online to QQ Catalyst? Chances are you're going to have different people using these different systems. So what do they need the information for? And what's their strategic end results? So end results that you might need in QuickBooks Online include issuing accrual basis financial statements. So you're going to need invoices, not just commission payments, but the invoice is about what's due even before it's paid. Even if the organization files income taxes on the cash basis, it's to your advantage, and if you're management, it's to your advantage to see your financials on the accrual basis. In other words, what gives you a little crystal ball into the 30 to 60-day future. Not just what's in the bank account right now, but receivables and payables. And boy, we could do a whole show just on that. So bear in mind how the information is going to be used. What are the users of QQ Catalyst, what are they going to be doing with that information that comes over from QuickBooks Online? What's their strategic purpose? And knowing this information is going to be your gateway to the next step, which is what exactly what can come over, how should certain fields be mapped in order to, let's say, show up in financial statements in a way that makes sense for management. I've heard even experts in employees of software companies say, hey, just send me your chart of accounts and we'll integrate. Well, no, let's collaborate, let's work together and say, no, I'm not just going to send you my chart of accounts. We're going to discuss this, and I'm going to get clear on what are your data fields in your program, and I'll know as an accountant where they should map. And I will not just send you my chart of accounts, I will say, map that to this field so I have cogent financials to give my client. I have seen more than one person from an outside company completely mangle someone's financial statements because they make up these accounts to map to, which have nothing to do with accounting. Nothing. I mean, I've seen them create duplicate accounts and put liabilities with expenses and expenses with liabilities. It's crazy. I mean, look at my face. You don't want to do this to somebody in accounting, right? Like, this is awful. Don't cause this, right? Don't cause this. Work together collaboratively. So that's my long answer to that question about what factors to consider when integrating QQ Catalyst with QuickBooks Online. And I hope that anyone listening to this hears the underlying principle that it's not just about QQ Catalyst, it's about what do I need to consider when integrating two different systems. Now, this was not comprehensive, but it was a pie slice. I mean, you also want to consider other things like how long it's expected to take and the extent to which it's going to disrupt ongoing operations, can it be done at night, etc.